Hello and welcome to the monthly Central Bank Digital Currency Update. This month hasn't seen a massive change in project statuses globally. Majority of them sit in a research phase, for example, including the US. But when it comes to launched or pilot type of phases, China has advanced quite well, as we talked about last month, and we're still seeing that Nigeria and Bahamas have launched theirs formally. But we're also noticing there's no rush for central banks to rush out or implement or launch central bank digital currencies. They're going to observe the cryptocurrency market and other needs before they start putting this into major action. But what's also important to note is about 90% of central banks globally are assessing a central bank digital currency. So now it's well into the assessment and research phase, as I mentioned earlier. Well, with the stablecoins, for example, that's a very important part that's come in the last couple of months into the research phase. The US are looking at that at the moment, and it's a major part of what they're assessing, it appears. But we're also noticing a lot of countries around the world are in their research phase because they're waiting for the US to see what they're going to do. That's one aspect that we should monitor. But at the moment, no major rush. They're taking their time, and we'll discuss this a little bit further in our newsletter this month. Here we have the Central Bank Digital Currency May Updates. Minimal change in the status of global projects has been found this month. Majority of central bank digital currency projects remain in a research phase. New Zealanders have expressed a priority on privacy when considering a central bank digital currency design. And 90% of central banks globally are now assessing central bank digital currencies. Here we have further key observations for the month of May. The popularity and usage of crypto stablecoins is influencing the US Federal Reserve's approach to their central bank digital currency research and design. The European Union is targeting a central bank digital currency for 2025 or 2026. Not trying to rush anything, it appears there. The big one of the month we've noticed also was CapGemini is assessing how the SWIFT network could be used to support central bank digital currencies. We'll keep an eye on that one. US senators are actually looking to introduce a bill to ban the Chinese central bank digital currency from US app stores. That's a big one, and again, something to monitor moving forward. When we look at countries' projects by status, we can see two have launched there at the moment, Nigeria and Bahamas holding that. We have very advanced pilot stage with the Chinese digital bank digital currency. You could actually debate if that's actually quite launched, but again, we'll keep an eye on that. Majority of the projects, as you see, remain in a research phase. Now, they're obviously doing a lot of work around privacy and seeing how stablecoins can influence the uptake of that in their economies, which is very interesting to know. But the most important thing is understanding that the US in their research phase will drive a lot of the narrative around the world. A lot of countries are looking to see what they do first before they launch theirs. But again, something to monitor in the coming months, especially on the back of the presidential order in this area in the US. So stay tuned. When we look at countries by retail or wholesale projects, you'll notice here, obviously on the graph, that retail dominates the type of central bank digital currency rollouts. Wholesale, 17 registered projects along with 6 combined ones. Run second there. But when we talk about wholesale, what we're saying is that's between different countries at the moment. There's a lot of testing going on the research phase between interactions of central bank digital currencies between different countries when transferring goods, for example. So that's what this means when we look at this number. But again, retail dominating this month and will continue so for some time. Let's take a look at the key summary points for May with central bank digital currencies. We're noticing that the US are using or looking at stablecoin adoption as a key entry point to the design of their central bank digital currency. Majority of global projects still remain in research phase. 90% of global central banks are assessing the need for a central bank digital currency at the time. So that's a very high number. At the moment, there is actually no rush for the majority of central banks to release a central bank digital currency earlier than 2024 or 2025. That's the narrative we see at the moment, and they will keep track of how the crypto market behaves and evolves in the next couple of years to change that narrative.